All right, so the first scenario is on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, so we take on the week. Okay, on the weekly time frame, this is really cute. It's on the 50 EMA, so we are pretty much on a very good route. So if you take a Fibonacci extension, um, sorry, of these, you we are standing pretty on the 50 fib level, and this is to one. Oh, come on. And this is to 1.8 is the 20.7238, which is very unlikely to stand on. I would wish that we make this our support and just continue from that up through. This right here is a resistance. I'm sorry, a rejection. So this really looks good. Very likely that this is our bottom and this is our last. This is the end of a healthy rejection. If it goes beyond this, then we are. It's very unlikely for us to come down here. So the EMAs often kind of have this magnetic ability. So around 23 and $24,000, which is part of the um you see that number coming up very soon. So that's the first scenario. That's the first scenario in this. And the second scenario is on the weekly on also using the EMAs. If you take away these on the 50 EMA on the weekly time frame, if you go below this, that is 24. I actually wish we don't go below this, because if we go to 24, 24 is just close to 20, just basically 20, because 20 serves as this psychological level for the Bitcoin crypto community. So if we break below this, it's between 24 and 20, sort of. All right. So if this becomes an ABC correction, which is where my essay may become complex a little bit. If it becomes an ABC correction, maybe one day. Now, an ABC correction may be a little bit complex for those who don't know it, but let me just try to do. Okay, let me just try to do a little bit of visual aid for that. So where's Elliot? So what you have is this. You have the um, ABC. So this is your 0, your A, your B, and your C. And if you make a Fibonacci retracement of this B to C, would realize that we are um how can I explain it without making it so much complex? All right, no, let me do that. Let me keep it. I used the wrong tool. So we train Fibonacci retracement to know the move from where C is currently. Alright, so C ends on the 1.618. That is where we are finding our support. Or you can finding support and rejection on the 1.618. So also the first possible scenario is that we find support here, we range, and then we move ahead. And normally when I trade something like this, the resistance supposed to be around here. But since this is an head and shoulder formation, the resistance is always, okay, not always, but in this chart visibly is around here. You could see that, okay, this was a resistance here, and then it got broken, then found support here. Then when it got broken here, it found support also around the same support that this was. So if I if I place the EMAs on this, you will see an EMA around here too. So if we range here, we have to break 42,354, and that will continue our trend. We just will continue our trend. So on that optimism, on that hope, this can be a very good place to buy. Okay, can be a very good place to buy. However, if it becomes an ABC correction, let me try to hide this. Let me hide this and delete. If it becomes an ABC correction, that means we're going to have this. We're going to have, uh, let me delete this. So we're going to have, yeah, 0, A, B, C. And I'll be using this place as my D, as the possible rejection. D and your E. So people will ask me, how did you get that E? Is it just arbitrary? No, I did not get the E arbitrary. I'm going to take a Fibonacci retracement extension tool of this B and D, and I'm going to use, I think I used the 0.618 retracement tool. Let's see. So yes, I used 0.618. So according to the 0.618, it should be around 24,000. Now we've seen that number 24,000 pops out from 3 different technical analysis. So it just gives you 2 scenarios. We should not break this. Okay, if we should not go beyond $30,000. This support right here is just okay. We should just, if we're going to range, we should range around here and just bounce, then we break this and we continue our trend. That will be fine. That will be great, because everything kind of confluence to this point of what's breaking out of this. We may range a little bit, find momentum and just break out. But if we go beyond this, 24,000, around $24,000 is what the technical says. But knowing the community that this is, that means we're going to 20, because it's going to go to 24. People will panic and they go to 20. We have a lot of people trying to buy at 20 than 24. So 24 is the technical number if we go below this range, but 20 is the psychological number where people will be willing to buy. And if we break below 20, then everyone should go home. So that's it.